Hello, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to the SandStorm Meetup. How's everybody doing? Today is February 3rd. It is 5 p.m. UTC, 9 a.m. PST, 12 p.m. EST. My name is Game Dizzy the Grizzly. I'm your host today here at the SandStorm, the first metaverse education platform connecting brands and builders. I'm very excited to be here with you folks today. Today we have two very exciting guests. Let me bring them up real quick. From Cyber Phoenix Studios, you may know them from the games that they created in the past, Skyball, which was selected in the top 10, or recently, Murder in the Canniverse, from the past Game Jam, second place winner. Welcome, guys. We have Luke Queen and Sandy Coffee. How are you guys?
Hi.
Hi.
We're good. Great to be
thanks
here.
for
Thanks for having
today.
us.
Yeah, it's very excited. We got some folks from the Sand Fam in the chat. Mr. Winning, Metaverse Bull, Tom Voxel. How you guys doing? Next goal. I'm sure you guys all know Cyber Phoenix Studios. So yeah, let's get started right away. So could you give a little background on the Cyber Phoenix Studio and provide some background on how you guys started and what it is and
Yeah, sure. So Deborah and I have always, or actually, for those who don't know, Deborah and I are related. So she's my younger sister. I always drag her into all of my projects.
That's true.
Yeah. And we've always loved video games. Sometimes we overlap and play like Animal Crossing together. Other times we're doing different stuff.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, I've been invested lightly into Decentraland for a long time. I never played the game, but then when Mark Zuckerberg announced the big Meta move,
Oh my god.
I started looking and scoured for like a week to figure out what's the best metaverse for now or for the future. And I've stumbled upon the Sandbox. This is the first time I've ever heard of them. I'm like, oh my God, like we got to do this. This is hands down the best one. So then it took me 4 days to convince Luke Queen to get in here and start because she's an amazing artist and I couldn't do it without her. So that's kind of how this started.
That's awesome. I got my own little story on that. Mike Zuckerberg announcement. I saw Sandbox way before, about a year before, when land was like, I don't know, $100. And I was like, you know what? I'll come back to this. They're selling. I'm like, they're selling just images right now, and I want to actually see what this turns into. Like, I didn't see like the whole voxelized land thing. And then Mark Zuckerberg just announces, and prices are like now 3,000 for now, like 12,000. But what are you gonna do?
Yeah. And of course, we got in after all of that. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe it was this cheap, like months and months ago.
Right.
Yeah. But it's cool. Yeah, we love it so far.
So awesome. When did you guys start the studio?
I think late November. It was basically over Thanksgiving is when I convinced her. I had 4 days with her.
we had a couple days off of our day jobs, and we were together for our Thanksgiving holiday here. And those couple days off, he was kind of showing me a little bit about it, and then he kind of showed me a little bit of Box Edit, and I kind of just took off with it, and then that's kind of how it started.
Yeah, so like Deborah or Luke Queen's the artist, right? So like my first thing I ever made was like a little cup because I'm Sandy Coffee, and she comes out with this huge giraffe, like step one. I'm like, oh my God, like okay, I'm not doing this. That's your specialty. Yeah,
we're gonna get to see a little bit of more. I mean, I'm sure people have already seen and played this game. I know I have a few times, but we're gonna also play it on stream again and see what else we can break in there and have a little bit of fun while we're asking some of these questions. And I think a lot of the people are more curious on how you guys actually did this, because I think you guys might be the first game to also do a randomization in the game. So every time you come, it's different. Is that correct?
Yeah. One of our company mottos is always, we heard there's a lot of YouTubers out there that we listen to, but one of our favorite ones is a guy named Alex, and he's always saying be the best or different. So that's kind of one of our mottos. Since we're new, it's really tough to be the best. So we're always trying to think of something different that hasn't been done yet.
And I mean, like just looking, having started the game, just looking around, for those who haven't seen, this is currently on page 133. I would know because I have the game Genie, but if you guys don't know what that is, genie.gamedizzy.com, you can find any games in there. And this is how I found Murder in the Canniverse today. So go.
I'd like to thank
Yeah.
you for that, though. Seriously, like we
Oh,
saved
yeah.
it and we use it all the time to find all kinds of stuff. It's
That is
great.
awesome. I try to keep it updated. It takes literally like 5 hours every day to update it because it has to run through each page and read everything. But yeah, I just put it on before I go to sleep and then wake up to a fresh list. So
That's awesome. It is great. So thank you so much.
Yes, thank
yeah,
you.
yeah, thank you. Appreciate you guys. So how big is your team right now? You know, how many people did this game?
So we have a team of 4 is technically what Cyber Phoenix Studios is, but 2 of us are the creative like department, I would call us for now.
Yeah.
We have 2 team members who are more of like the background. They do some of like our paperwork and all the, what I call the non-fun jobs of the gaming side of studio. And then Sandy Coffee and I are the ones who make the game and then make all of the assets for the game. And a little bit of background on Sandy Coffee. He's by day trade, he's an engineer. So he's very very good at like the critical thinking, the figuring things out when they don't work and all of those good problem solving skills. And then I'm a painter by trade. So I do a lot of the assets and sort of the coloring of the things. But so both of us are essentially just the 2 of us making all of our games for us right now at this time.
Yeah, we're actually a pretty good team. We like cover each other's bases pretty well. So like she makes the game beautiful and I make it work. And then this is what you
get. Oh, I mean, you guys are doing an amazing job. So definitely keep up the work. I know I'm trying to read chat. Guys, today we don't have SoakSam in. So I'm also doing like the producer stuff from the back end as much as I can.
He's overtime.
Yeah. Let's see if I'm missing anything from the chat. If you guys have any questions you guys would like to ask Sandy Coffee or Leak Queen, please put them in the comments section and we'll try to answer them for you guys. There's so much detail in the game, says 9A7A. Do you guys have like a way you guys work with assets, or how do you guys like get started when you're or how did you start when you were creating this, right? Where did the idea come from? Where did this theme come from? I assume one of you likes candy a lot.
We really only want to work on projects that inspire us, so we do a great job. So I literally let Luke Queen take the floor, and then I just try to make it work. So do you want to explain that?
Yeah, we both actually have really big sweet tooth, and that's probably a given after you've played all of our games. But once you sort of have a concept and you have this like initial idea of like this candy verse, then you kind of just keep building and building, and then all of a sudden you have an assets that you can build kind of almost anything with. So yeah, Sandy Coffee is like the person who just lets me do kind of whatever. Like we'll have a brainstorming session up front with both of us because the mechanics of the game are just as important as the aesthetic. So when we're considering a game and how to do things, then Sandy Coffee will say something like, it can be made this way. Can you make an asset around this sort of mechanic? Or, how can you do this to fit this puzzle piece, and kind of vice versa. So it really is a very full-on collaborative back and forth.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can tell, right? There's so much effort and detail into going into this, and it's I know apparently people are playing this over and over again just because it's so it's randomized, and that's what kind of makes it very cool. Let's see if anything in the chat. There's so much detail in the game. Love the Candyverse theme. So pretty to look at. Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree with that, guys.
Thank you. That's all, Deborah.
So do you guys like have land that will you be publishing these games on land? I assume you guys are going to keep this theme and continue building the Candyverse.
Yeah, so we don't have any land yet. That is one of our aspirations. Maybe in the future, we're definitely hoping to have some someday or one day.
What'd you do with all the winnings?
There's a lot of infrastructure that we've been working on with that.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding, guys.
Yeah, we haven't decided to take a paycheck yet. It's just kind of being allocated to certain things. But basically, we really want to make sure that we're moving forward with like our themes and the way that our aesthetic looks. We don't ever want to be like, stale or stagnant. So I think we have a few more candy related games coming up just because we have so many assets to work with. But as soon as we're allowed to sort of really like publish anything that we're, making, we might sort of move into some new areas, but we haven't really decided yet. But we do have some candy things coming up.
Awesome.
Yeah.
When I actually have a feedback here. When I first played, I'm the type of gamer that doesn't read, and yeah, like I just don't read, and that's I guess it's a flaw, but it's just the way I am. And I enjoyed what you guys did with this game in terms of like guiding the user, without having like the interaction of reading too much and whatnot. And one of the things that I did miss that I didn't like was I was looking for the princess for like 5 minutes straight.
Yeah, I'm very much like you. I don't want to read it. I want to just click A and go all the time.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, how would I help someone who's like me? And that's where we came up with this giant board of just keeping track of it for you.
We had a really long dialogue about how we wanted the game to read, because we know that a heavy reading game is kind of burdensome on the player, and like most people just want to explore and like do their own thing. Like, so we really worked hard to try and make sure there was a line of like, if you're confused or like lost, then there's a nice like streamline. But if you kind of want to take the game into your own hands, like you can do that too. So we really spent a lot of time thinking about the wording and how to make that shorter, really, without it being
definitely. For some reason, I couldn't find the princess until like I came like here, and then I was like, oh, I'm like, she's up there, because I thought this was the princess, even though it doesn't say princess, right? I was like, okay, like where's the princess? But that's like my only feedback. Other than that, everything's great. Let's see. Let's talk to this princess. Yeah, I couldn't find the princess again. Someone asked, Tom Box asked, how long did the game take you to make?
How long did it take us? I think we had a 2-week window for this one.
Right.
We both have day jobs, so we work our day jobs for 8 hours, and then after that we kind of work until the work is done. So whether that be 4 hours that night or 8 or whatever else, we almost spend every single night that we're allotted working on our games, just because we don't have that extra time during the day.
It seems like you guys are really passionate about it. Will you be making an NFT collection from King of Crypto? I could see that happening.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea, right? Maybe when we're allowed to in the future, we will. Kind of like everybody else, just waiting.
Oh, I think what he means is like
an
outside of the sandbox. Yeah.
Oh, we were talking about that actually this week, of some other opportunities in the crypto space that maybe in the future, believe it or not, right now we're working on 5 different games for different things. So we have no time right now, but maybe in 2 to 3 weeks, we're going to start that project, because that's when 2 or 3 of the other games will be done.
Currently, we do have an OpenSea, but the NFTs that are in there are really not like a collection per se. They're more of like to be sort of more background things like in our game. So on the wall right there on your right, you can see that we have a lollipop NFT. That is technically listed on our OpenSea for sale. It doesn't have a price. I think it's a like you name it thing.
Yeah.
So we do have some, but we don't have like an official, collection like a lot of other creators are doing right now. Maybe in the future.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I think people would be looking forward to that. Let's see. Squigglyverse, how are you, brother? Let's see. Guess you...
Luke Queen, is there current NFTs that you just put out? Are those only that we can see, or could other people go see so they could kind of figure out what we're working on if they visit?
They can definitely see them. They're up there. Those are little previews in our next games that we have going on.
Yeah, if you go to our OpenSea, you'll see some weird stuff that might give away.
Oh, I want to do this now. Hold on.
I wasn't sure if we could lock it on.
I thought it would be fine.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's take a look at this if we can. Guys, I'm going to give you the link, and I want you guys to check it out because I can't. Ooh, wow. All right, I need to give them the link. Hold on. Okay. Let me share the link. They have people look at it. I can't share it on the screen right now, guys. I have the game up. You can take a look at it, but there's some assets in there. Give you ideas of what they're working on. Looks exciting. So are you guys only working on I assume you guys are working on other metaverse games too then?
Just this. There's only 2 of us.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Or you mean
All
other
right.
metaverses or just
Yeah,
me?
yeah. Other metaverses.
Not yet. That's a future. Maybe if we are able to, maybe collect some more money here and there for certain things, or just buying some of our NFTs, then we could hire some people and branch out into different metaverses.
Awesome. Oh,
Currently,
there's
our
like
hearts are
another
in the
one here.
Sandbox, though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm bullish on Sandbox personally.
Same.
And it's just I just enjoy it so much. I was never like into Minecraft, but and I also never like streamed or this got me every time. This got me like twice too, by the way. This was so funny. And I could hear it, I was like, oh, I think something happened. And I literally went through it again. I was like, nice joke, guys.
That would be fun.
Yeah, that little thing is kind of like how Luke Queen and I work. Like she put that there and made it invisible to fall through. I'm like, why did you do that? She's like, well, I thought it was funny. I'm like, okay, we gotta like let them know we didn't screw up. Like, this is on purpose. Yeah.
Is there an indicator that goes off when you fall? I think there is. Oh yeah. That's nice. Yeah, that's a nice touch. That's a nice touch. Yeah, I remember seeing that. And I think one of the things that I saw here was when I interacted with this lever didn't go down.
Oh, okay.
So that bothered me a little bit because I thought it didn't do anything, and then I turned around, this thing's going up and down. But
that's probably my fault. That was a day where our game maker was out of the office, and I had to step in a little bit.
Yeah, I got sick for like in the middle of this game, and I literally couldn't get out of bed. So the Queen stepped in and did some of the mechanics. That was one of them.
Yep. Sorry, guys. I did my best.
Yeah, all this is so beautiful. If you guys don't know, I guess this is like kind of your emblems, right? I've seen this before.
Yeah.
You got coffee, the Queen, some money guy, and I don't know who this last person is on the bottom.
That is Red Panda. He is going to start streaming in about a month for us. So then you can kind of see what we're working on. We're going to like try to play your games, maybe do some tutorials. Probably not. He's more of like if you've seen Tim the Tatman, I swear to God, he's a replica. It's crazy. And
oh wow.
We've known him for a long time.
Funny. He's very personable.
Oh yeah.
We're excited to have
that's awesome. Look forward to that. Did you guys have a date when that's going to be happening?
I think end of March, maybe early April. His schedule's really packed. He's actually an ex-professional baseball player, so he coaches a lot. And right now there's a lot of demand in Michigan for that. And as soon as high schools start, less demand of him, so he'll have time to do this. And he wants to do this full time as well. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody just loves being in, Sandbox and creating. Like, I honestly Sandbox allowed me to start streaming and become I've always shut down my art side from like all the corporate work that I do and whatnot. And as soon as Sandbox came in, I was just like, I think I'm just gonna just quit everything and just live on Sandbox for the rest of my life.
That's what we want to do too. It's great. I love it.
Yeah, that's the dream.
So do you guys have a specific method on how you're doing the level designs? Is there anything you guys can share with the community that, do you guys sketch, draw? Like how does this level design come up? Do you just go with the flow? How does it work?
I would say so level design starts right from the very beginning, because when you play our game, when you're done, I always want someone to have this feeling of an accomplishment, or that was so much fun, I want to play again, or something like that. So then we try to design our entire game and level around the feeling we're looking to have during the game and when you're done playing. So if it's not smooth or it doesn't direct you in the way you need to go kind of naturally, then we'll chalk it.
I see.
Even
it's pretty much go big or go home type.
Yeah, even at the beginning of the game, Luke Queen and I talked a lot of how do you want to go talk to all these people and interact with them? I'm like, it has to be small, because when I'm playing in someone else's 2x2 and it's massive and I'm lost, I'm just pissed off and I leave. I don't even play. So that's the beginning, right? Just lock you in a room with the things you need, and then give you some exploratory once you have some direction.
I see. Versus some of the games that just throw you on a map and says, go figure out what to do, right?
Yeah, to me, that's just overwhelming. When I come to the Sandbox, I'm looking to play a game for 10 to 20 minutes. I don't want to put hundreds of hours into one game because nothing can get saved. So it's tough.
Right. I definitely agree with that. Any tips on how to create a good game design diagram for games such as this and not get lost in it? I think he provided, Coffee provided some tips, but is there anything else?
We actually draw it up on paper. I have a giant Excel sheet that's the same size of a land, And then right from there, I started like little colors, just one little spot. And then we have a layout, like a basic rough layout. And then I'll ask Blue Queen, what do you think? And it just bounces back and forth between her and I of like color and size and style and direction. And I'll draw a bunch of arrows where I think people are going to go and where I want them to go and where I do not want them to go. And then I'll like build walls and doors and passages and kind of something like that.
And I assume this is all before the art design and everything, right?
It's kind of all at the exact same time, believe it or not. So like, that's why there's two of us. Like if one person's trying to make this whole thing, I think you'd have to have more of a linear idea. But she's working on like, hey, I want this character to be in here. I'm like, okay, I got to build a room for them. And she's like, okay, what about this weapon? And I'm like, okay, I got to have a direction to get to that weapon. Like, something like that.
I see. I remember when I was trying to find the weapons when I first played this.
Yeah.
Or I collected thing, and I didn't know it was a weapon until like I'm just a terrible gamer. I know that, but I thank God I have the alpha sword. So I brought out the alpha sword and I was like, die.
Yeah. And that's something with this room. Believe it or not, all these little guys, I think they only have 8 health. So they're all one hit, no matter what you have.
They're not one hit, man. Look at this.
No,
they are.
Two. Yeah, they're all one.
There's just a lot of them.
Yeah, I think we put 100 unique things to fight in here because I wanted it to feel like, oh my God, I got to battle my way through this room. But they're all just one hit.
Right.
Other than the spider, there might be 2.
Yeah, some of the games do have like those default like values, so it just gets very repetitive, right?
Yeah, and we don't want the repetition. We want like a unique feel of like, oh my God, I just fought off 50 things like quickly.
Right.
Yeah.
These are nice additions too. Sorry to cut you off.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, I saw this by accident. I was just like, because the way I played this game was, I never I didn't look at any streams or any videos. I just went in here and I was just like, I'm like, I guess.
I think too, when we were making this game, obviously the way that our randomization works is that we need to be able to kill off one of our gnomes, right? One of our weapons, one of our gnomes. So they all have to have health, which can be problematic, as we kind of discussed. If you kill one of the gnomes, you break the game, right?
Yeah.
But so one of the ways that we tried to sort of handle that is by giving them all of those skeletons and spiders in those other rooms to like quench the need to kill, because a lot of the slashing happens. And so we were like, okay, we need to give them
a question actually.
Sure.
Because we were doing a game for one of the game jams, and we just didn't have the time to finish. And I ran into a similar issue where you accidentally killed it, that it would break the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys try blocking it with an invisible asset on top?
It is stacked with invisible switches. This game's got almost 400 switches in it that you can't see everywhere. It's kind of
no, I mean and so I can't kill the gnome.
Yeah.
So it would block. Oh, you do have something here?
No, we have a new plan for it. We're actually going to make them plants instead of health. That way you can't kill the plant. It's then a switch will kill him.
Got it.
Yeah, but again, I'm new. I just started designing at the end of November, so I had during this game 1 month of game design under my belt, and I've never built another video game in my life. This was,
and it's amazing, right? To like you're now, and if Sandbox allowed us to do this, you're now a game developer, with just simple voxels, and obviously a lot of planning and thought goes into this, but it gives you the tools to be able to do that.
And that's the coolest part. This is literally 1 month of experience built between Luke Queen and I. You don't need years and years and a degree and C+ coding.
I'm scared of what you guys are going to do in about a year from now.
Me too.
They're entering the retro gaming jam, guys, just so you know. Be prepared.
We do have some ideas for it already.
Be prepared.
We just posted the name for it. We came up with the name for it yesterday. It's called Jawbreaker.
Oh, yes, I did see that.
Yeah.
I did see that. And I was thinking about it, and the first thing that came to my mind was the candy Jawbreaker.
Yep.
Oh,
got it.
It used to be one of my favorites too. I don't think they have them anymore, right? Or do they?
I haven't left my house, so I don't know. COVID kind of locked me up.
Yeah, I haven't left the house in 9 years, but I just blame COVID for it. Let's see what else we got. When you guys do get land, will you be doing are you planning on doing play to earn capabilities? Obviously this is kind of still in the works with how Sandbox will handle this, right? Will they give out sand to games to be able to give it to players, or if they don't do that, like, are you guys planning on doing anything like that?
We love the play to earn model. Like when you're having to pay to play a game, that really bothers me a lot. I don't know. I just feel like they should be free, and then if you want to look cool, kind of like League of Legends did a really long time.
Right.
But I'd really like that. So that's kind of our future goal. But again, like it's not out yet. So it's just all up in the air what's going to happen.
Right.
Okay. I saw Generic Monkey ask, is there a part where the game where you guys say, I wish we didn't do that part like that? Honestly, we play each one of these games about 200 times. So we totally flush out those I wish we didn't parts. And there's a lot of I wish we didn't at the beginning, though.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was saying something specific himself, where he's like, I wish you guys didn't do this one thing. I was like, what didn't he like about the game? It's awesome.
Well, in our actually in our Skyball game, this is kind of a secret part of it, but we have the way that we had to make the game fly. We had to have a bunch of invisible NFTs kind of covering a specific surface. And when you have a lot of invisible NFTs, there's problems that can happen when you're designing or when you're adding assets, because you can accidentally click on any of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that happened to us. We didn't know it. I mean, we played it about 100 times, fixed little edits that happen, whatever, like little game breaking things. And then at the very last minute, when we were like, yep, it's set, it's ready to go, somehow there was one NFT that got moved in like the flying aspect, and you can fall through it and break the game that way. But that was our first game that we'd ever made, so we were like, oh, let's make sure this doesn't happen next time. So now we have like processes for how to make sure we're not kind of in each other's way when we're designing, building, or adding assets.
Yeah. I'm going to actually open up Skyball as soon as you said that. I'm just like, I looked at the page, it's on 240.
I'm going to go find the hole in our...
Yeah, there's just one. And like after we published it, it's like, someone fell through, like, hey, what happened? I'm like, I don't know. Like, it's perfect. And we go back, I'm like, weird. It's not perfect. One cube is just
that can happen so fast.
Am I missing it somewhere? Oh, here it is.
Right there. Yep.
So it's
and this is our first game we ever made. And I don't know how much time. When was this due? Was this December 18th, Deborah?
I think it started on the 24th and through into January.
Yeah, you're right. So again, we like this one we finished before, and this is our first ever game we ever made. So there's not much technical to this. We were just trying to make a world that looked cool.
Was this for the sports game jam?
Yeah, this one top 10 too. So far we're 2 for 2. Kind of got lucky.
I wanted to build a Quidditch type game, but obviously, like I said, I just didn't have the time. I actually never played this one, so this is going to be fun for me. Let's try this out. Right, Your Majesty, thank you, blah blah blah. Started, needs you. All right. Okay, cool. So I really like this animation. Obviously, it's walking. Right.
He has 96 animations. It took 16 hours to edit him. Yeah. Wow. I don't recommend it. I don't want to do another one. Yeah.
So it's a very interesting character, but it's really cool. It's it's innovative in terms of like it's walking, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's like a cool hack way to get it. And I love this Phoenix too. Nice job on the Phoenix.
Thanks.
Just a gorgeous Phoenix.
It was nice that they already had a template that kind of aligned with our logo that we had, and I thought this would be really cool if we actually animated it.
Yeah. You guys see similar assets here, right? And I assume like you guys are going to keep this, right? You're not going to change the theme for a while, maybe? Why is that guy chasing me?
We were actually kind of talking about maybe doing one more in Candyverse and then venturing off into some other verse that we want to make.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Again, we're always trying to be the best or different. And then if we continually make Candyverse, like how is it different? So
right.
Yeah.
I can see that being repetitive again, right? With the same.
Plus, there's just so many things to be inspired by. Like candy is very cool, and you can only have a sweet tooth for so long.
Somebody really likes candy, SBSC one says.
Yeah.
Oh man, flip the script. Let's see what else people are saying. Is there part of the game? We read that part. We got Moobot. Moobot wasn't updated, guys. I apologize for that. I don't have access to that, so that was from Friday's stream. Today we have Cyber Phoenix. And guys, let's throw in your socials real quick in the chat. Let me just do that for you guys.
Sure. Thank you.
Guys, make sure you are following Cyber Phoenix News. And if you guys have a Discord link or anything that's on there, feel free to throw that in there as well.
We do have one, but we haven't opened it up to everyone yet. Right now, it's kind of like our brainstorming area. So when we clean that up and delete some things out, we're going to invite people to join us there. We're literally on like 24/7. We're not at our day jobs, so you can just come talk to us, hang out, ask questions when we do that.
Awesome. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that for sure. Who's this dancing in the pinned tweet? Is that you?
That's Sandy Coffee.
Oh, yeah, that's me. Yeah.
He's like, what? Weird. Where did they see a video of me dancing?
Yeah.
That was after we found out that we had placed second, and we were all just like jumping up and down. And I was like, wait, let me get this.
Man, I'd take second, third, till 10 any day. I don't care. So right now I'm a little bit stuck. You can't find a skull without your enhanced or enchanted lolly. Find it, I guess, somewhere. These castle walls are high. Okay. Am I climbing this? Oh, that is cool. See, that is interesting. This is a climbing animation that was altered, I guess, right?
Yeah, one of the 96.
Oh, that's awesome. I want to do that again. Hold on. Guys.
I'm so glad you like it. This is like one of the things where we just want to have those like, oh, wow moments. Kind of like Disney or Pixar does, where you're just like watching something.
Right.
You're just like, oh,
no,
my God.
Guys. Have you guys seen this? I'm talking to chat right now. Have you seen this?
Yeah.
Have you seen this? Literally. Like, I'm going to do that one more time just so you guys see what's going on here. It's just so gorgeous. You guys, oh my God. I need to do this.
I'm so glad you like it. This is exactly what we go for when we do stuff. So thank you.
And this is my first, like, you guys are seeing my live reactions right now, because I've never played this one. So I have no idea, like, what. Oh, okay. There's a shield. See, those aren't obvious enough for me for some reason. Let's see. So we're gonna cross this way. So what were you guys thinking when you planned this game? Like, how did this one came about?
Well, when we were planning this game, we kind of were like, originally this was going to be, I think, a golf game. We were thinking golf because there was like a mechanic that we liked. We kind of liked the idea of like mini golf adventure kind of places. But then we kind of looked at each other and we're like, I don't know if that's like good enough.
Yeah, it just didn't work. Like the king, oh my God, he's got the smoothest swing you've ever seen. But he just couldn't hit a golf ball. And we're like, this isn't going to work. Like,
I accidentally fell, and I don't know if I'm supposed to be in this area.
Yeah, you managed to skip a part. This is what I'm saying. Like, we're new, and this is our first game, and we didn't realize there's some spots to lock down.
And this is the invisible parts that you mentioned. Oh, this is gorgeous too.
The whole game, you can fly in the whole game.
Yeah, there's not.
Like I can fly over there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
You gotta skip some stuff, but that's okay.
Well, you're supposed to make me controlled, right? So, oh wait, I fell down.
Yeah, so now you're
this is the fun part, though.
Yeah, you skipped the boring stuff and went right into it.
Oh wait, I died. What? Chocolate ball injuries are pretty common in Skyball. You should be healed up and ready to go back out there. Okay, interesting. How did this idea come about?
We just wanted a med bay, like if you get hit, like what happens, you don't want to lose the game, you want to try again because the little golden cube is kind of hard to get.
It is.
So if you get by something when you're chasing it around out there, we wanted you to have another opportunity. So you just want to get healed up and then go back out. And I was like, what if we had this med bay, like what if we embedded it in the stadium somewhere? And that's just kind of how that happened. And as we usually have like a little joking thing, we have the little skeleton down there saying, how's my x-ray?
And these balls that are flying, are they they're not a platform, are they like an enemy or a predator?
They are voids, actually. So if you touch them, it'll kill you. Yeah.
But like,
So
how does the movement happen?
So I know this is the fun part. This part of the game was the most difficult to achieve because the chocolate death balls and the sugar cube that's flying around are all in the same mechanic of being dragged around by platforms underneath the stadium.
Yeah.
So they're all stacked on each other in like the asset. There's like an asset tree on the left side of your screen that you can make in the game maker, and then
Right.
you can time it to go certain ways or different directions. And then if you stack them then and embed them underneath the stadium, it looks like they're just floating above. But they're
Right.
actually just voids that will kill you.
Yeah.
So they have, I guess, you have multiple platforms going different ways for the same void.
I think it's 4 on each one. Is that right?
There are 4 on the chocolate balls, and then I think there are maybe like 8
more.
On the
6 or 8 on the little one.
Because it needs to be moving more radically.
Yeah.
That is awesome, guys. I mean, this is definitely something. This is a nice tip, guys. Write this down. You will definitely use this. I know I will for sure. This is definitely an interesting mechanic, and then we really appreciate you guys sharing. As much as you guys want to share about it.
Oh yeah.
And we
really
appreciate it.
Like we're just trying to build the community. The Sandbox is so great. Like I don't know, if we help people and they share and everyone's just sharing, like it's only going to make the community better.
Yeah, and that's what we want, right? We want more creativity, more games that are doing well and like really cool things, and also like unlocking things that people can achieve in ways that you couldn't have otherwise.
Right.
We didn't come up with this idea. We saw some things that inspired us to try some things, and you want to encourage the innovation because then the whole community benefits from that. And that's what we want.
Yeah, definitely. And then everybody wins at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
Because if imagine you had a one person or 10 people playing these games, like it's really not
right.
It's not, obviously you still have a good game, but it won't be as rewarding, I guess.
Right.
I still don't see the golden
it should be
I see it now.
Around.
I see it.
Really
I
fast.
see it.
It's literally just like Harry Potter. And while you're chasing it, those things will get you. It is not easy. Yeah.
How am I supposed to go down?
You almost had it.
As long as you get close enough, you'll hit it. It's not. It just has like an up-down illusion.
Come on.
Yeah, and again, this is just platforms dragging it around underneath at different speeds and different distances.
This is awesome, guys. Awesome. Oh, I have the sugar cube. What am I supposed to do now? Just bring it here? I guess.
I think because you skipped some of the quest line on accident, it didn't tell you. Now you're supposed to go up and complete the game at the trophy.
There's a trophy podium in the stadium at the top there by I think on the opposite end of where you are.
Yeah.
This is just, the art is obviously, like, the game mechanics are amazing. The art is amazing. You guys are amazing.
Thank you. That's so nice.
It's just, I'm just speechless right now. I love the crowd too. I just want to like be in the crowd, just like chilling here. We're gonna try this out. Hold on. We're definitely gonna try it. I know I didn't think of this. Hold on. I'm definitely gonna try this out. Oh yeah.
I told you he's got 96 unique animations. I'm glad you like it because this was so much work.
Definitely worth it, man. I would just, if I spent this much time on this, I would just sit here and just play with this all day long. Sorry to cut you off.
No,
it's okay. I was talking to a couple of friends about our games, and they were immediately, everyone points out the way it looks, right? The aesthetic of the game, and kind of tend to overlook the animations and the building of the whole entire world, which is, it's kind of a given. It's almost as if it doesn't matter until it doesn't work, and then you're upset by it. So it really is a combination of like the mechanical part that Sandy Coffee does, and is the really foundation.
Like as soon as you're in the game, I want you to feel like, oh my god, I'm in a new world, right? And then as soon as you're walking around in this new world, if you touch something that doesn't make sense, or you trip on something, or you can't climb something, then all of a sudden you get ripped out of this world. So like, it's really both pieces have to be smooth. And that's kind of how we work. It's just fun so far. We had a great time doing it.
I think we have some technical difficulties, it looks like.
That's okay. Does anyone else have any other questions? Like if you want answered or...
Can the chat still hear us?
I'm a big fan of smiley faces. If the chat can hear us, can you drop a smiley face?
Let us know.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, perfect.
Nice,
Perfect.
nice. Anyone have any other questions?
It's good to see you guys. I recognize all of your screen names.
Yeah, it's fun. Since we're in it constantly, we love talking to all of you on like Twitter and Discord, Twitch, all of it.
Yeah, it's funny. We have conversations between both of us about you guys sometimes, you know, like your posts, or we're like, did you see what Cold Cut said? You know, we always do that back and forth to each other. So we really enjoy you guys and are super glad you're part of this community.
Yeah, honestly, we came because we saw a lot of opportunity in the Sandbox, but we're staying because of the people. Like, this is the best community we've ever been a part of.
100%.
It's so much fun.
And it's just funny because Sandy Coffee and I were just talking the other day. We were thinking like, yeah, we work all the time on this and we're constantly doing this, but it genuinely doesn't feel like work to us. We have loved every second of building what we're making, like talking to each other, hanging out, seeing you guys. Like, it has been absolutely wonderful. And we're really excited to see all of the games you guys are making, because we see you guys talking about them online, and
and we play a ton of yours too, just to like see how do they do this, what does it look like, how does it feel. So yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I am back, guys. I am sorry.
That's okay.
Welcome back.
My computer just went blue screen. Did you guys know that it actually keeps crashing my computer? Interestingly enough.
What does?
Oh, the Skyball?
Yeah. It's not just Skyball. It's just it's a lot of the games do.
Yeah, it's super GPU or CPU intensive. Like, I saw that, I was shocked. It like, I've got a fancy AMD card, and it is literally 50%, and I've never seen anything come close to 20 on my CPU. It's crazy how much power it uses. If you stream on NVENC settings, it'll help though, because then it'll use the GPU instead of your CPU, and you won't crash as much.
I don't think this is the main issue, because I mean, in terms of specs speaking, I have a Ryzen 9 with a 3070, so nice. 64 gigs of RAM, so it should be fine. But I think there's some issues with the way GameMaker actually handles memory. Especially if you have like Chrome tabs open on the side, and with a 49-inch screen, you tend to get a little messy. And I usually try to do for sure. And I usually try to do like a fresh restart, but sometimes it just doesn't work out. Give me 1 second. Let's see. What did I miss from the chat? Yeah, sorry guys. I missed, as soon as I was doing the dance, I was gonna try to say to open the Gundam song, or
Gangnam Style.
Gangnam Style. Yeah, there you go. I was gonna open that, and I was all ready.
Somebody said you went to hibernation.
Wow. I'm back. I'm here, guys. All right, we're back. Cool. Sorry about that. Okay, let's see. Who was that said I went to hibernation? Wait, does he left? Julio said, no, I'm here, guys. I'm here. Do you have a favorite? Murder, mystery, or Skyball, guys?
Do you have a favorite, Sandy?
Oh, man, I don't know. I both like them both equally in different ways. Like, Skyball's fun and one of my favorites because it's the first thing we ever did. But the murder mystery is so much more polished because we just have like a whole month of game experience under our belts, right? So it's tough. I like them both. What about you?
I think Murder Mystery is probably my favorite, because when you have a game that you're more confined into constraints of like, you can only do this, you can only do that, the creativity pops out a little more because you have to get creative with what you have. And I think we also have future plans to expand the Murder Mystery game. We can't really announce anything about that yet, but we do have plans. So that's coming up, since you should stay tuned for that, because we do have some additions and changes that we're going to make, and a little bit of expansion. So
nice. Are you guys thinking of, like, if when possible, obviously doing multiplayer?
I don't know if that's in the game maker yet, and if it is, I didn't know about it, so I'd love a
No, it's not. It's not yet, but obviously it's going to be something they're going to be doing. PvP. Yes. Should the fans be looking out for that when that does come?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. As soon as it's multiplayer, everything's multiplayer. Like, that's my style. I love multiplayer. I love hanging. Like, to me, during the pandemic, Luke Queen and I we just started hanging out a ton more, even though we couldn't see each other, because like we play Warzone a lot together, and to me, like
I
playing
gotta
video
add you
games
guys.
with your friends, which is so much
Yeah,
fun.
add us.
Yeah, you should add us.
I gotta add you guys. My wife and I are in the Warzone.
Oh, cool. Yeah, my fiance plays. My sister plays. Like, we're
Yeah.
a whole family.
All right, we're gonna plunder, baby. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right. Where is the poisoned potion in the candy mystery? I don't know what that means.
You should look up high for that one.
Yeah, I don't know if you're gonna say or not. It
No,
might
I don't want to tell. I don't want to give away.
Yeah,
Oh,
if you're a good
it's-
reader, you might find it. Oh.
Yes.
Oh, go west. There you go. What games did you play when you were kids?
Oh my gosh, we played
like
so
everything,
many. Yeah,
nonstop. Yeah,
I was a
parents
Nintendo girl.
Yeah, our parents were very against video games, so they didn't want us to have them. But man, anyone who had something, I was over there playing. Yeah,
Going to the friend's house, Blake, Sonic, or whatever it was back then.
We loved all the Mario games.
Yeah, we played a ton of Animal Crossing together growing up too.
Yep.
And because we did that when the latest one came out on the Switch, that's kind of when we started playing games again together. We knew about time traveling kind of before everybody else, and we kind of became like multi-millionaires within like a week and destroyed the Facebook market. So I'd like to apologize to anyone who offended. I'm very sorry.
That's hilarious.
We
know who it is now. We know the mystery's
us.
out. It was Sandy Coffee. That's why.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we have in here. Will Sci-Fi be in the beta test with SandStorm? I don't know, guys.
Yeah, who knows?
That's for the producers to decide.
Yeah.
We got some game beans. Did you play any board games?
Yes, I broke. Luke Clean refuses to play Monopoly with me because I'm an engineer. I did a ton of math, and so we played
he has
that a bit.
spreadsheets on how to win Monopoly, and I don't do it that way.
Yeah. Another one of my favorites is Mansions of Madness. It's kind of long to set up, but it's so much fun, and it totally reminds me of the Sandbox. And I think that's kind of where Murder Mystery came from a little bit.
Yeah, it does.
What was that? The mansion? What was the name?
It's called Mansions of Madness. It's maybe a 10-year-old board game now.
No,
it's only for super nerds. Like, you got to be really nerdy.
It's a pretty complex game, in my opinion.
Yeah.
If you want, like, if we're talking on like murder mystery type games, like Clue is like the baseline. Mansions of Madness is like way past that.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm gonna have to look that one up. I never was exposed to that for some reason.
It's super nerdy. It's probably why.
I mean, I was a big Clue fan, but you know.
Okay.
Let's see. Any other questions? Anything else you guys want to cover? Any announcements? Anyone that you guys will be partnering that you guys want to make announcements for?
I would love to talk more about it, but we signed a lot of NDAs, so we're kind of like zipped right now.
Can't really say anything for a while.
Yeah.
We do have projects though in the pipeline.
We do.
And they'll be announced pretty soon, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Well, I am sure everyone in here is very excited to find out about it, including myself. So I'm definitely waiting for you guys to open up your Discord to the public. I will enjoy hanging out in there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And we are pretty much closing up time, guys. It is 50 minutes in. I want to thank Sandy Coffee and Luke King for joining us today. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you very much. This was excellent. This is fun.
This is great.
Yeah. Sorry about the little crash that happened in between, but I blame the bear.
That's fine.
Thank you guys. So make sure you guys are following Cyber Phoenix Studios over on Twitter. Make sure you guys check out the news. And if you have any questions, just reach out to them. I'm sure they'll be willing to help you guys in any way they can.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And if you ever want to see what we're working on and stuff, we also have a website. It's cyberphoenixstudios.com. So a lot of our stuff, it's not polished and done yet, but it holds a lot of stuff. It's kind of a good hub.
Let's see. Oh, wait. I probably spelled Phoenix wrong. Hold on.
It's okay. I did a lot too.
I'm dyslexic. Actually, there he goes. It loaded. Okay, here you go, guys. It's in the chat. There you go. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I look forward to connecting with you guys again soon, and I look forward to playing Warzone with you guys.
Awesome.
Sounds
yeah,
good.
let's do.
Have a good one, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.